wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to Phoenix Uwaki. It is a pleasure to have you here with us for another session of Deadlands Coffin Rock, when we are over here in the Weird West, battling against curious undead creatures that have invaded this small, not quite dead town. hasn't had the chance to die and become undead yet, but it's working on it. And we're repelling borders as we speak, which is good. We have a pirate with us, which is useful for that kind of thing. And we are very happy to have all of these lovely people with us again. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and a pleasure to play with you, as always. And hello to everyone over there in chat. Papa Dragon, good to see you, my friend, and everyone else that's lurking around. Hello, hello. Nice to have you here. I hope that you are sitting comfortably and ready to jump into tonight's session. And without further ado, let me hand over to GM Josh.
Hello everyone, it's me, GM Josh. Otherwise known, on Tuesdays I'm known as Tom, but today, GM Josh. We're playing Deadlands, the Weird West horror game set in the alternate universe of the United States of America, where all of the mythological nonsense is real. Now, in our last session, the players heroically fought off a small horde of zombies. They almost died. They didn't die. That is the important part. They defeated a series of zombies as their friend, Mr. Goodman, escaped out the back door.
Say friend, we say zombie baits.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Didn't he leave after the zombies were defeated?
Bomb.
He did.
Yeah, he held his own.
Yeah, he was all right. He didn't do anything, but he was.
Hit anything?
No.
He did miss every. He is not a wild card. That extra D6 does it.
Yeah, it really does.
It makes wonders.
After defeating the zombies and the suspiciously large one that shot viscous flaming blood.
It's not natural.
It specifically. They very quickly found out that the deputy was even more hostile than the last time they encountered them.
Yeah.
And they fled across the town to where they found the shambling corpse of the mayor, who was trying to open a safe. Of course, they shot him in the back of the head.
No, we shot him in the front of the head. We called his name and he turned around and he was a zombie, and then we shot him. We didn't kill him. We didn't stab him in the back.
You shot him.
Landed,
Okay, you shot him in the front of the head. You called his name. He turned to
Wait until you see the faded green of his eyes.
Yeah.
He turned to look at you, and then you shot.
Yeah.
After which, they were able to discover a series of documents from within the safe. And that is where we left off, retreated into a nearby building. So, let me ask you, who are you? Who are you playing? Where are you at? Mr. Rattlesnake Kid.
Hello, good evening. Avast and ahoy to you, mateys. I be Josh the Pirate. Normally I'm over on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where at the moment I'm playing a lot of Warhammer Total War. But we'll be starting up D&D content again very soon. But tonight, I will be the Rattlesnake Kid, who is the only real actual gunslinger in the group. Look, there was two of us, but the other one got eaten. And I nearly followed him. Well, Bible bashes. I'm looking to just see if I can't get a few hours shut-eye, to be honest. It's been a hell of a night. There was the Bible bashing incident, and then there was the zombies, and it's still the same. It's still like 24 hours have yet to pass. It's been a time. This is unrelenting, and I'm curious to see where this goes.
All right, Mr. Calhoun.
Yes, Calhoun here. Thought I'd make my riches in this unbeknownst to me godforsaken city. That is not happening. Like my friend Rattlesnake Kid said, friend, question mark?
Hey, literally jumped down and saved your life.
We are friends, and
Thank
I
you.
appreciate the rescue. But I have no idea what the fuck's like. It's barely been 24 hours. And we're trying to get some fucking sleep, and the zombies attack, almost burning the place we were trying to sleep, and the
To the
lawmen have it out
ground.
for us.
Raging Inferno.
What's going on? How's a man supposed to make some money in this world? At least my friend healed me up. What's his Elliot something or other?
Best buddies.
His friend Elliot.
Listen, you're making a joke about it now, Chase. But I remember last session, and you were like, "I'm gonna get
Didn't know
healed,
he was a
Goodman,
doctor.
Goodman," and I'm like, "I'm the doctor, man."
Yes, Elliot
That's
Goodman. That's the one. I'm ready to play with Elliot Goodman again.
Well, speaking of Mr. Goodman, could you tell us who you are?
More to the point.
Listen, partners, let's keep it down a little bit. Mr. Calhoun here has gone through a rather rough patch, and I should know because I patched him up. My friend Kid, as well, has not been doing great, but I didn't do such a good job patching him up. We won't talk about that. That's, it's old news. Yeah, Elliot Moore here. My voice changes, I believe, pretty much every single time we start this game, because I can never remember which voice I picked for him. And, town doctor of some repute, some few decades ago. And, making my way around now. I followed Mr. Calhoun over here, fully expecting him to make a little bit of money, but that don't appear to be happening at any point in the near future, does it, Mr. Calhoun?
Oh, it does not.
Well, that's going to be a problem, because I need to get that moolah to do a little bit more of the special sauce, which is, of course, required by any true God-fearing individual. Speaking of which, DM, I must confess I have not been sampling the good stuff for a while. I believe that may have some negative connotations relatively soon.
All right. Well, that brings us to the host of the channel, Mr. Phoenix Iwaki.
Indeed, John from Phoenix Ueki here, and I am playing Jebediah Thunderflash, a snake oil salesman who has undoubtedly the exact thing that you are looking for whatever it is that you are suffering through. And he has travelled up here to Coffin Rock, looking for somewhere to get away from the troubles of his previous locale and a root worker, one of the gifted individuals of Louisiana who was on the verge of cursing him something rotten. And he has happily fallen in with this lot in trying to survive whatever the hells is going on in this, as Mr. Calhoun put it, godforsaken town.
Mustache offered on the cup.
It's like your cup just winked evilly at us.
Well, thank you, everybody. And the last bit of housekeeping before we get to it is our bennies today.
Oh, yeah.
For those who don't remember, Savage Worlds does not use a traditional inspiration system such as the D&D uses. I draw from a pot of poker chips, and they have different abilities based on their color, and I will tell you which ones you have received. First, Rattlesnake Kid. You've received one of each.
Hey.
Red, white, and blue. Welcome to
America.
America.
Patriotic.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good one, pirate.
Actually, all of our flags are white, red, white, and blue.
I was just like Australia also.
And
Yeah.
the UK.
Hey, listen, Scotland's only got the two.
True.
We live in Japan now.
Red and white. Hold up.
Speaking of red and white, Mr. Calhoun,
Uh-huh.
you've received 2 reds and a white.
Noted.
Mr. Moore, spot of bad luck.
Well, that's pretty par for the course for Mr. Moore.
It's all
Oh,
it's
good.
all whites.
It's all white, baby.
It'll be all white on the night.
It's all right.
That is not a
'cause it's all
euphemism, my
white.
friends. Do not take it that way.
The Phoenix Iwaki channel does not subscribe to the opinions of Elliot Moore.
My brain went to a dirty place, but in
Mr.
retrospect.
I was there with you, Sven.
Okay.
I didn't even think about.
It went darker
Where-
the way,
where the-
when the
Yes.
channel took it. I'm like,
No,
oh, shit, that
let's not
wasn't
go
what I
any.
thought
Let's
it
not go
was.
darker at all.
No,
good.
Anyway,
It's our Deadlands beach episode.
Yes.
1, 2,
One of
3.
each.
One of
Hey,
each.
There you go.
Thunder
Hey, nice.
Flash.
Itadakimasu.
And remember, I get 1 for each player. Mine do not do different things based on the color, but they are removed from the pool.
Mm.
From the pool are removed 3 whites and a red.
And a red.
Okay.
Wow, there's a lot of blues.
Yeah, all
in
the
there.
blues are still in there. Great.
Yeah, almost all the blues. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it'd be better if they were on the table in front of us, but that would be.
I didn't get 4 blues.
Yeah, no, I was just like, here it comes. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All sorted.
So, as you may remember, you found some documents. John,
Yes.
Mr. Thunderflash had a bit of a spook. You're in an abandoned building.
Yep. Across the road from the burned down mansion. Yeah, there's 2 doors, as I recall. And the kid will probably sleep. It will probably try and get some shut-eye sleeping against one of them, sort of propping it closed with his body.
Yeah, I'm immediately looking for bookshelves and panicking when I find none. Actually, I think in all seriousness, I'm in the process of helping Mr. Calhoun sort of settle himself because, I mean, mechanically you're fine, Mr. Calhoun, but let's be honest, you had
Yeah.
acid spit. You got full-on xenomorphed last session, so...
If I've got 2-degree burns, that'll be lucky.
So I'm gonna get him settled. I think I'm looking across at Thunderflash to see if he's gonna volunteer a suggestion as to what should happen, but I'm mostly focusing my attention on the patients right now.
What is the analysis there, Doctor? Do we need to take it easy for a while?
Well, Mr. Thunderflash, my analysis of our current situation is that we are thoroughly fucked. However, if you're referring to our good friend's state right now, he will be absolutely fine, given some time.
Then I suggest that some time is what we take. We have a relatively secure position here and relatively quiet streets out there, so let us indulge ourselves in a little R&R.
Is there any particular reason why we are not just going to Columbus or Detroit or wherever it is that is close to here, Denver?
I am 100% on board with that idea. However, I am not entirely certain whether any form of transportation will be running currently.
Yeah, there is that.
I haven't seen a single carriage.
I chose this place to come to because it is just that. Cut off from everything and everywhere.
Oh, the same. But the problem was I was not intending to get into gunfights or to kill zombies while I was laying low here.
I second that.
That's a mighty strong word to go throwing around there, kid.
Well, you want to name a different thing than what we should call that? What we saw this evening?
If I hadn't seen what I saw on the train, then perhaps, but... Have you heard any tales of things like this?
I heard only what I thought was stupid rumors. Actually, that's a question for the DM. How much would we have heard?
Yeah, would we know anything? And in what context?
Only what you would have assumed are stupid rumors.
Yeah.
Could I make a case here, Josh, that maybe Elliot would know at least slightly more than the others due to his background? The fact that the
Sure.
reason he is the way he is because he's seen a little bit more than most sane individuals would be comfortable with.
Absolutely.
And he didn't warn his good friend, Mr. Calhoun?
Oh, let me be very clear about something. Elliot Moore is staying as far out of this. He's listening to being a very respectable individual, but he is not. He's checking you over suddenly. He's like making sure you're fine right now, Mr. Calhoun. It's just keeping out of this.
Conspicuously so?
What was that, Sergeant?
Conspicuously so, or...
No, he's just gone quiet.
Okay.
You can make of that what you will.
I think given everything we've been through, probably wouldn't think anything of it.
No.
As a matter of fact, gentlemen, I have one concern that I would like to share with the group currently, and that is that I have gone through quite a few medical supplies patching the two of you up. May I, doctor's orders being, please do not get yourselves into such scrapes in the future if at all possible. However, did anyone happen to see a place where I might be able to gather some items to replenish our stocks, so to speak?
There's no liquor cabinet in the store.
That was not what I meant, Mr. Calhoun, but it is a fantastic suggestion. Did anyone actually see anything that might be of some use to, fixing up our current situation?
Apart from
the house would be empty, right? Yeah.
There's a couple of
You're
pieces
in the
of like.
hardware store, right?
No, it's a house. You went to the hardware store previously, and you found it to be basically picked clean.
With my seasoned eye, I didn't see anything worth looting, apparently.
You're in a house. Basically, if you can, like, have you ever been moving, and you're like, man,
Never.
this piece of furniture is kind of like a piece
Too
of
heavy
shit.
to bother with?
Too heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And so-
I've been in college.
Those pieces of furniture are still in the house. Everything else is
Sure.
done.
So it's the ones you can't be asked taking with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually an interesting point, though. Players rather than characters. That would imply that whoever was here, because this is a bit of a derelict house, this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I guess
The occupant left.
the
Chose
occupant
to leave.
left. Is there any sign that this has been lived in recently, or is like dust everywhere? I know it's derelict, so obviously, blah. But does it look like it was used? Can I make some kind of check to sort of see how recently there was?
Wait, what do you think when you mean recently? Like, there's dust everywhere, obviously, but like,
Yeah, like on the ground and the rest of it, is it just like a solid like cake of dust, or is there obvious signs of people having moved around, like the dust will have been scraped back and forth if there's been walking through it, or the windows may have been cleaned if people were hiding in it but trying to look outside? There may be spots of it that have been cleaned so they can peer out, kind of.
yeah, if that's what you're on about, it's pretty easy to see that, like, yeah, it seems like occasionally someone comes in.
Okay.
There's a couple of spots where clearly the dust has been disturbed.
Doesn't appear that anyone's left in a hurry, though, if they've left heavy furniture but taken everything else. So I guess they left before the troubles, the zombie invasion started. Okay.
To be fair, the kid and I were through here before as well.
So Elliot's making all these astute observations because he's actually currently sober, which is actually bad for me. I have to confess, that's a negative trait for me. If I don't drink enough, I start, because I'm an alcoholic. In the game, people, no one worry. Don't put those worries messages in chat. I'm perfectly fine. Elliot Moore is
Clip
drunk,
that
however.
very specific point.
Yes, I'm an alcoholic. Plastered across the internet. Nobody cares because nobody knows who I am. But
we care, John.
thank you, John. I knew there was a reason I kept you around. Okay, so I'm doing all these astute observations, and Kid and Thunderflash was like, yeah, we kind of wandered through this. So I was like, oh well, I'm just going to go back.
It was probably us that did all these things.
Yeah.
That you're noticing.
I just realized I am drinking this, which says
Hashtag sober.
Sober. Okay.
Oh. I'm nearly 3 weeks sober. It's weird.
Listen,
Cool.
Long time.
Sorry, no, you carry on.
No, we just need to get some rest. Two of you specifically, doctor's orders, need to get some rest.
Oh, I am ahead of you on this. Is it too bad though that the deputy is not seeming to care too much about the zombies?
Sorry, I'd like a clarifying question here, Josh. The creatures that attacked us, did they just look like humans that were trying to bite us, or were they quite obviously decayed? The ones outside the place we were hiding, the library.
A number of them were decayed.
Yeah. Okay, then valid point.
There was also the large bloated monstrosity that was like spitting, burning blood. This, I would think, would draw some sort of attention. We have no answers. I'm only just bringing it up.
I think everyone's just looking at each other in the room right now because we're all in the same. No idea.
I believe this was why none of us were interested in going down to the station to discuss it with him further.
And
I wanted to kill him, but Elliot told me not to.
Yeah, I probably would have agreed with you on this.
where was it? Where was it that Goodman said he'd come from? He was from out of town, right? And
wasn't he a miner?
And he was attacked there before he fled to town.
For you guys, it's been 4 weeks. For your characters, it's been about approximately 2 hours. Yes, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Right. So tomorrow we could go and look at the mine.
How invested are we in this? I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but Mr. Calhoun and I, we're really just here to make a bit of money.
Well,
fly on the radar.
I get out the papers that we got out of the safe, and I say, well, I was kind of hoping to find maybe a little money in the safe, but this is all there was. Maybe one of you can make some heads or tails of this. And I show them around the papers that I retrieved.
Going out.
My background give me knowledge of these documents, John?
Yeah.
So you're gonna take a look at them?
Well, he said he passed them around. Right?
All right, so you take a look at them, and primarily it seems to be letters with his daughter, who you find out is named Shelley. And the most recent letter says something along the lines of, it's from Shelley, who he calls Pearl for some reason.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there. That took me a minute. I was like, what?
And from the letter, it says something along the lines of like, Dad, I'm very surprised to hear that you're retiring. I know that you've put a lot of money into the town, but I am glad to hear that you're finally giving up on trying to make this town work. I'll be coming by, and we can figure out what we're going to do after that. I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks and meeting this guy, Mr. Hamley, that you've put in charge.
This is an odd question, but not completely too strange. I don't suppose there's any post-datage anywhere on...
About 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So she's in town, potentially.
Theoretically been and gone, but...
I'd like to draw player attention, because Elliot wouldn't know this, but you two would, or at least Pirate, the kid certainly would. Wasn't there a strange girl that you saw briefly that
very
disappeared?
attractive, yes. Yeah. But she was near the church.
Probably a cultist.
But this was what I was thinking, but actually I wasn't thinking too much. There was blood going somewhere else.
To be fair, Elliot doesn't know that. I was just pulling it back.
All of the open wounds and nothing else. Well, get your mind out of the gutter.
Yes, the wounds.
Thank you. Good point. I hadn't remembered that swag. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting point. Who is this Senior Hamley? Was that the name of the sheriff?
Wasn't he in the bar next?
No, that was the deputy.
No, but didn't you? Wasn't there a guy at the bar who everyone was like, "Do you have a job for these people?" Because he was drunk at the bar, and wasn't he the new mayor because the old one had died?
Oh, was that Hamley?
With him?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the new mayor. He is the new mayor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took over from Bailey.
We met him, but we don't know where he is right now. But he wasn't a zombie when we last saw him. So.
We didn't talk to him, did we? He was just he was being surly and unapproachable.
You did not. He was clearly drunk and trying to keep to himself, so nobody talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
We just had him.
I can respect it.
Well, listen. If what?
So.
We are currently surrounded by monsters who have attempted to and done a very good job, I must admit, of killing us. I would like a compelling reason why we should stay, as opposed to why we should not seek our fortune elsewhere. I am 100% in favor of simply going back to that corral, maybe seeing if we got some horses there we could wrangle, or seeing if the trains are running tomorrow. God help us if they are not, but why are we still here? And now you can see there's an edge of mild desperation in the way that Elliot's talking.
We're here because this is where we find ourselves. We just need to survive long enough to leave.
Well, I am 100% on board with that plan. I advise that we leave tomorrow morning at our earliest opportunity.
I was looking for somewhere nice and quiet, and if this is not that place, then I am more than happy to nosy on to somewhere else.
The thought does occur, though. There must be some reason that this is all happening. The cultists, they would not be here if there was not a reason to be here. The zombies, they would not have come to the town because I am feeling that there is a reason, there is a point, there is a purpose. The one we saw on the train, the robbers, they were working for one of the other railway barons, and then one of them was undead, but seemed to still have a little spark. I feel there is something we are missing, and I don't like not knowing something if it's potentially problematic for me. As I demonstrated in the church, I prefer to meet the problem head on rather than hit it on me over the back of my head.
That is something
I think I pieced it together.
And I don't think running away is the solution here, particularly as I have only one horse. And I don't know where it is because I didn't bring it with me.
That is one zombified horse, my friend.
No. I
Oh,
think
it's
it is
dead.
still tied up outside the bar, actually.
When you say running away, you don't think running away will solve the problem. Elliot mutters something quietly under his breath.
Very well.
Mr. Calhoun, you have some ideas?
The cultists came because it was deserted, and they were practicing their zombie raising rituals. And I agree that we should get the fuck out of here.
One thing that perturbs me somewhat is that if this is something we have experienced with the bandits on the train and now here, if this is a spreading condition and is not contained, it might not matter where we go.
Well, I don't know about you cowpokes, but I am not a hero. I came here for the money, and I will leave if there is none.
I might stick around long enough to try and sell some preventative ointments against the curse of undeath.
The zombies?
Nah, it's too late for them.
I wonder how many of the townsfolk it is too late for. I mean, there was the lady last night.
What was she doing out in the streets?
Well, 2 hours ago.
Which lady are you referring to?
Oh, this was not. You were back at the library. The house next door, actually.
At that, Elliot looks nervously to the side, like.
No, they are
What?
both dead now. This not nice, but yeah. Don't go in there. The floor about to fall in.
Listen, I feel like we're just going to be spinning our wheels. Is that allowed? Yeah, I guess that works. We got carriages. So we're spinning our cartwheels. Right now, I
Leave
think
the horse
our
in
best-
neutral by mistake.
Let's just tap it on the snout with a carrot. I would advise that those of us who can should get some sleep, and we'll see what the morning brings. Because I would like to leave this place post haste, but I am not so naive as to think that that's going to be something simple to do. So why don't you two? And I look at Kid and Mr. Calhoun, and I'm like, why don't you two get some shut eye? You need to rest. You've been through quite a bit. And I look at Thunderflash and I say, have you got watch? Do you want me to take it?
Sure, I'll take the first one. And may I suggest the purchase of this to keep you alert through for your watch?
It's quite all right, Mr. Thunderflash.
I call it Crimson Steer.
Is it alcoholic?
Afraid not, but it's full of
Then-
caffeine.
And I'm afraid I will have to turn your kind invitation down. I have quite a lot on my plate as well, Mr. Thunderflash. I don't believe I need any encouragement to stay awake.
Old-fashioned Red Bull and vodka.
Well, you know how it
That's
goes.
old fashioned.
Crimson Snake kills you fast. Okay.
The Crimson Steer
Steer.
gives you buffalo wings.
Spicy, John.
Spicy,
Okay.
Wait a minute. Buffalo do not have wings.
Just sleep. And I just like close your eyes for you.
Okay, I will try counting buffalo to help.
It's like 3 seconds later, like it didn't help. I'm
Flying
just
over my
hungry. Now I can't sleep. Now I need a midnight snack.
You just got to speak to the right people, and you can find the ones that use every part of the buffalo, including the wings.
I will pat you on the shoulder as I move to the most comfortable corner I can find. But as I pass Thunderflash, I just say, wake me, second watch.
I will.
All right.
You
Then
rest
I go
up.
curl in a corner in a fetal position and start rocking back and forth.
Oh yeah, sue me.
Jesus.
Do you do anything on your watch, Mr. Thunderflash?
I just think over everything that's happened and try to come up with a business plan to make the most of this abysmal situation.
Well, on your watch, you keep kind of looking out the windows as you're thinking, and your eyes keep getting drawn towards that coffin-shaped rock sitting on top of a hill, overlooking the town.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
From the kind of general kind of like perspective of it, how big does it look?
Like double the size of a normal coffin.
Okay. Off which direction of the map?
North.
Excuse me. Where the zombies came from.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
By Jove, we've got it.
Okay, and then yeah, when it gets to the end of my watch, I'll wake Elliot.
Right.
And put my hat down.
The rest of your watch is uneventful?
I would say, just for a bit of flavor here, if anyone is a light sleeper, there's an odd clicking sound throughout a portion of Elliot's watch.
I say for this the day we've had, we're probably all out like lanterns.
That's perfectly fair. I just wanted to mention it. Just a clicking sound.
How do you pass time during the watch?
That's the clicking sound. What the others aren't seeing, I suppose I'll just say it because Elliot knows what's happening. He is opening his pistol. He's looking at a single bullet that's still loaded in the pistol. He's closing the gun. He's raising it towards his own head. And then he's shaking himself no, and then he clicks it open again and he just stares at the bullet again. And he's kind of doing this on repeat.
All right.
For a part of the watch. He's not going to have continued to doing that throughout the entire night. He's crazy, but he's not like, a zombie performing his last acts over and over again. But for a good 20-30 minute portion of the night, an odd clicking sound is echoing. That's clicking sound in the room.
I did not notice.
Okay.
I would have liked to, but I decided that if I rolled a 4 on my notice check, I would, and I did not. So I did not.
That's quite all right.
The remainder of the night, as your night has been eventful enough, is uneventful, and you wake feeling somewhat rested.
Oh,
God damn it, this world's got realistic rest mechanics.
I need some motherfucking coffee.
Does anyone have a Panadol? Don't you hate it when you wake up with a hangover and you didn't drink the night before? Oh.
Wait! I was still sleeping. Who needs what? Wait! It's clinking of bottles. Hang on! I got it around here somewhere.
Elliot's shaking his head. He has no idea what you mean by you didn't drink the night before. He's like, I've not had that in years. I don't.
I actually think I did drink the night before, but not too much.
Yeah, not enough of this shit.
Okay. I'm gonna have a peek out the window and have a look at Daly Street, and see who's out and about. A hustle and a bustling.
Well, it's not a hustling and a bustling city.
I know.
So, Not many people. You see occasional person walk by.
Mhm.
But they
Sorry.
seem to be heading off.
Can we get into that a bit deeper? That is fascinating to me. Do they look driven, concerned?
Right, yeah. Is there like, did you hear
About
that noise last night?
The
And all that kind of shit?
bodies we
Yeah.
laid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the night after a zombie apocalypse, I would not be calm.
There was definitely a gun battle. Like
Mhm.
it was somewhat expurgated, but there was a good 30 seconds of heavy duty gunfire and shouting
How best to
And stabbing.
and a bit
How-
of fire.
how
And
best
a bit of fire, more than a bit.
Smolder. It was smoldering. Chase.
Well, there was 2 instances of smoldering. 3 if you count my looks at one of the congregants.
so Chase, what's the worst kind of weather where you live?
Like for real?
Yeah.
Hot and humid, I guess.
All right. So like imagine like do you get like hurricanes where you live?
No, I have never lived in a
Okay. So imagine like the hottest, humidest day, right? Did you have to go to work?
Yes, I did.
That's what you see. It is an awful day. Nobody wants to do anything, but like if you don't work, you starve. So they're going to work.
I mean, but these corpses are like, I
Well,
mean, that weather, they're repugnant, right? Like, they're just.
I mean, the implication here then is that this is not the first time it's happened. Potentially.
You'd have to see.
Yeah.
But basically, it's people who feel, even though something like it's crazy bad out there, it's go to work and mine, or not get any food. It's the choice. It's not really a choice.
These guys got to unionize. Get Bernie Sanders.
Well, I remind you that this is the period in which unionization usually was met with a small private army coming over to convince you that the union.
The other form of entertainment back at this time, Mr. Calhoun, a good old-fashioned hanging.
Don't. Let's not talk about that.
It's like, how's it hanging? Oh, sorry, kid. Sorry.
That was how I met Mr. McMahon.
I look at the others as they kind of come to, and I am just kind of sitting on the floor when everyone sort of comes to after watch and the rest of it. And I think the first thing I say is like, so we're checking out the train station, right?
I don't believe there's a
is
station here.
There is no station here. No, we jumped off, didn't we?
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, shit.
We're checking out the horses then, right? We're going to the corral.
Well, I'm not sure that the train made it to Denver. There was no driver.
Oh.
Then it did
This
make it
just
to
gets
Denver,
better and
but
It may
It
not
kept
have
going way
stopped there.
past Denver.
we went through Denver, Chase.
Right.
Well, I make it something of a professional at getting on trains that are not stopping.
Where
Well,
do
we
you
need
leave your horse
horses.
and how many people can it carry?
It's a very
Oh, for
dangerous
that
way to board to
one.
get where you're going, kid. Why would you always jump on it from the platform after it started moving?
The kid does not say it. The kid. Mm-hmm. There is no need to elaborate on that one.
So what do you do?
Well, these they're going to the mine. I would probably like to avoid the deputies, but I think we should talk to at least a few people before we.
We should find this
I want to go. I mean, yes,
See if we can squeeze any sort of profit out of this.
I will be happy to
Yeah,
squeeze
for sake of
Shelly.
damn.
Yes.
Damn it, kid, get your mind out of the gutter.
I'm all for talking to a few people, but I'm more in line with the questions of how others have, left.
All right, well. I just worry we are going to be seen and someone is going to want to talk to us.
It's all good. Just be cool, man.
Oh, I think he has been sampling my painkillers. I did not keep that bag away from him. Mr. Calhoun, how many fingers am I currently holding up?
Fingers, not bottles.
All right, well, then that's what we're doing for the next hour, is just waiting for, for this to wear off. I'm all in favor of because Pirate, you said you kind of wanted to maybe head to the mines and sort of check things out. That is where people would be. We could cover multiple bases here.
They don't have any money.
I am super not keen to split the party.
Yeah. Mr. Calhoun, the miners maybe. Mr. Calhoun, the miners.
Particularly given that that's where the zombies came from.
The miners may be the only people in this town that actually do have any kind of physical wealth.
I mean, this was who the people you essentially robbed at the bar last night.
Well, they don't take their money to the mine, people think.
Where would they leave it? There is no bank.
Isn't there?
Well, the bank is there.
Not anymore.
The safe is one.
That's a whole other can of worms we haven't opened up yet.
Is this your first visit to town, kid?
Again, the kid just starts chewing his nail.
Well,
Gently remove your hand from your mouth, kid. Unless
Filthy.
well,
All right.
what sort of thing are we going to be asking these people when we get to talking to them?
What the hell is going on?
Oh, well, that too.
Maybe ask about the church.
Maybe ask about this Shelley.
Yeah.
And this,
It was a shame that Goodman ran away so fast. Several questions.
Yo, there's sense in this town.
Yeah.
well, he'll be up at the mine. Hopefully, we can find him again.
My vibe on him
Alright.
was that he was not interested in going back there. All right. I'm gonna go to leave and just to shuffle this along a little bit.
Well, before you do that, Pirate, sorry, I was just going to say, and I hesitate to suggest this, but does anyone think we should check where we were last night and see if the bodies are still there and in what condition we may find them?
No.
Good. I'm totally on board with that. Let's go to the mines. Elliot immediately grabs his knapsack or whatever the hell he carries his things around in, and he is ready to go.
Ignorance is bliss.
I believe I did leave my horse there, so I should probably go get it.
But we'll see you at the mines. No, I mean,
It is a 1 minute detour. It's not a big town.
I did suggest it because Elliot, as scared as he is of this situation, can't quite make it work in his head. Like, this is
Better
just
to
bizarre
not.
from beginning to end. So, like, any information we can get to increase our survivability would be.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go. Go and. I would suggest possibly not going too close if we want to check to make sure, just sort of see if anyone else is there, checking it out. If there is someone we do not approach.
Yeah, some of those deputies might be hanging out there.
How many deputies would there be in a town this small? It's like there's mining and deputy. There's the only two jobs.
Well,
The barman was.
There
sorry,
is
kid,
that.
I take your point.
No.
there was a bank and a newspaper and a school potentially.
The newspaper's
Correct.
gone.
There was. You have the correct tents there.
I believe we're having this quiet conversation as we're on the way to to the place, Josh. So if you wanna push this along, I think we're all
Okay.
I don't think though. Do we want to walk down the main street
Probably
or
not.
the street?
Not.
Well,
Do we
just to speed things along, you arrive, and you see a man, in a surgical mask, dragging a body across the street.
Like a plague doctor?
Like a-
Like this is the 1800s, right?
Yeah, but that fashion never goes out of style. That is, he's rocking that suit.
I mean, people put masks over their faces.
Okay.
This time.
All right. Okay,
Dude,
so
yeah.
he's dragging it away.
He's dragging it across the street.
Is there any hesitancy, or is this like, oh, it's a freaking Tuesday afternoon for this guy? Is he like, oh, here we go again, dragon, or is he like, oh god, kind of?
He doesn't seem to be hesitating all so much.
Is he dressed like a barber?
Is it Sweeney Todd?
There is a bakery nearby. However, he's dressed not like a barber, but like a doctor.
Town has a doctor?
According
Well,
to this
one would
map,
hope.
yeah. It was right next to where we were when we rifled through the hardware store. As soon as I suggested the whole bandage resupply thing, I looked at the map and went, we were right next to it last night.
Is
That would have been a
in
great
what
place.
direction is he dragging it?
If you look at the map, he's dragging it across 2nd Street into the that alley between 10 and 12.
Oh,
None of my business.
I mean, is it a zombie body that he is dragging?
No,
Is it Goodman?
no.
It's none of my business.
For a man of business, you sure don't want to get into anyone else's business, Mr. Calhoun.
There's no money in dead bodies, Elliot.
Clearly, you have never looted a corpse before.
I love the idea that kid just goes back to biting the nail.
Or
No, the kid
romanced-
would've said, "Clearly
Romanced
you've
an
never
elderly
looted a
heiress.
corpse before."
All right. Okay. Well, I mean,
They
to
are
be
the
honest,
gentlest lovers.
the only other
Um,
important question is Kid's horse still anywhere in the area?
Right there where you left it.
Wait,
I get
completely untouched and unharmed.
sugar cube, and we go back. Hey, I've got a little coin. Perhaps if we want to, do you want to get a drink or some medical supplies? We could go into the doctor's surgery and see if there is any that he could sell us.
Listen, Kid, I appreciate it, but you have to understand that drink is the medical supplies. So I am 100% on board with this.
Oh, then we don't need to go to the doctor. But at the same time, you don't have any curiosity at all about you see a man dragging a corpse, not put it on a horse or something, and the corpse, and this is important, was not a zombie.
Pirate Elliot looks you dead in the eyes and says, "No, sir, I do not."
What did we
All
see?
right.
What did we see of the body that was being dragged?
Some appears to have been a dead miner.
Whose kill was it? Who's getting that little trophy kill? Yeah? Anyone recognize it? It was probably John's, actually. John, you killed so many of them with that shotgun.
What? Oh, like it's a zombified miner, you mean?
Oh,
No,
No.
no, because he said it wasn't a zombie, yeah.
Just a minor.
Just a minor.
did we see?
This is why I'm
outside.
curious.
This is outside
I am not.
where we were killing all the zombies, right?
The place you were killing the zombies was like a little hop and a skip away, but it
Oh,
fairly,
okay.
fairly close.
He doesn't seem bothered. Why should we be bothered?
We did hear them
Because
busting.
there are zombies. Those people are coming back from the dead. Why are you not concerned?
That wasn't
I
a
wanna
zombie
leave. I
kid.
wanna find out
That
when
was
people
just
are
a
coming back
body.
from the dead. Exactly.
No, listen.
That one did not.
That means one less on our side, Jesse.
Chase, I'm speaking to you directly here. Me, as a player, I'm super curious. Elliot doesn't want to touch this, but no, this is important. We
I'm
probably should make
trying
this
to
more
move the
basic.
story in the direction the DM is clearly trying to make it.
And we're all just like, no.
Just to-
Hey, go and check out the coffin rock that your eye has been mysteriously drawn to while you're on watch. No, fuck it. Hey, look,
I
there's a
don't
dead
know.
body being dragged by a doctor. That's suspicious. No, it's not. Let's go.
No, listen.
I'm the kind of GM. I'm just gonna let you take it wherever you take it, and we're gonna see where it goes.
Listen, no.
We've got to take
I
it somewhere, though.
That was a message, Pirate. Elliot is not curious at
Sure.
all.
No.
Please
Well,
don't
Elliot,
make
you
him
may
do
not be
this,
curious, but I am curious.
Yeah, it'd be worth asking why they're quite so A-okay with dead town members.
I feel
And
like this is
we're
one.
we're walking along second right now.
Yeah,
We saw this, yeah. And do I recognize the guy pulling the corpse?
never seen him before.
Great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I like people I've never seen before. In this town, most of the people I've seen before have been problematic.
I'll straight towards him. Morning.
Morning.
What happened to this fella?
Seems like he met his maker,
This
as
is
it
a
were.
Class A doctor.
What happened to him?
Well, I mean, looks like something severed his cordial artery. I don't know. Bled out through the neck.
Does that happen in town a lot?
I mean, it's dying town out in the middle of nowhere. Happens, not infrequently, but
Are you the medical?
my name is Dr. Osgood.
Dr. Oz.
Well, Doc, there was quite a ruckus yesterday evening.
Yeah, woke me up.
Did it ever happen before? We're new in town.
Something like that. That was the first time, I do believe.
Do you need a hand with this? Sugar Cube can take the weight.
That might be my helpful. I appreciate that.
How many did you lose?
Do a lot of miners drop dead in this town, sir?
Yeah. I'm gonna be real with you, sir. Miners drop dead in every town. Mining is a dangerous business. You don't keep track of how many there are. Just occasionally they show up and say they need some help. And if they can pay, I take care of them.
So an everyday occurrence that is none of our business.
Well, in my experience, miners die in mines.
I've never
And not
had
from
black
a
lung.
carotid artery. And not for a carotid artery cut.
My good friend. Let me tell you the story of an average miner. Every day he goes down the mine, very dangerous job. He's aware of his dangerous job.
Oh.
Every day stresses him out. So every day after the mine, he goes to the bar. He drinks. Gets angry. Gets in a fight. Says some things he shouldn't say. Ends up dead.
Oh, that kind of not safe profession.
Yeah.
So you're sticking it out in the town, hoping it will get better, or you're planning to leave soon?
Well, I intend to perfect my medical craft a little bit further before this town is finally finished. Still a little bit of money to be made, I think, too.
Senor, I'm going to be straight with you. You have been straight with us. Last night, you were attacked by something I cannot explain. Basically, the rumors I have heard state the Walking Dead. you heard anything about this? Because that is all I could, from what I saw, that was what it was. And I wouldn't have given any credence to it either, but that is what it was.
But you would talk to them cultists over there at church?
No. Well, a little, but more sort of involuntarily. I had a question regarding that as well, but this is not that. That gunfight you heard, that was us and the zombies.
I see.
Not this guy, though. This is why we came to talk to you, because you are dragging a different body.
I ain't heard anything about Walking Dead or zombies or anything like.
But you said something about money to be made.
I'm a doctor. People pay me to heal them.
Oh. And who owns this little town?
Well, that is a matter of.
The situation is fluid.
There's a matter of some dispute.
Between?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, daughter of the former mayor, John Daly, whose house is burned down, came by and said that the will left everything to him, or her, sorry. However, the sheriff says that he found all of the deeds, and that means that the marshal, I guess that's what he's calling himself now. And the marshal says that since he has all the deeds, the town belongs to him.
So basically,
finders keepers.
Yeah. Is the lady in town?
She was until the marshal chased her out.
It sounds like it was sensible of her to leave. And the cultists, what is that all about? They tried to convince us to come in, and I believe something about a soul.
Yeah,
we were not interested, but why have they been allowed?
Mr. Daly, rest his soul. He's been finding. He was trying to find a way to save this town for damn near 2 years at this point. He
turned to God?
He had been trying everything. At one point, he just paid everybody to stay, but the money was running out. And this church came by and said they'd run out of town, and they were looking for a place to settle down. And Mr. Daly thought the chance to revitalize the town this was his chance. You know, it's a big church. There's a lot of people coming in. But
where is this marshal now?
He's probably in the office.
Office of
his
the
office.
The mayor's office or the marshal's office?
The marshal's office. His office.
Which is?
Oh, it's over there.
Building number 4 is across the road from the doctor's office.
Is the sheriff the marshal?
When he came, he was the sheriff, but now he's calling himself the marshal.
Okay, and he kept the same office.
Yeah.
He didn't upgrade himself to the mansion or some shit, right?
Well, that burned down.
The mansion burned down, or he probably would have done that.
It strikes me a little suspicious that the mansion burned down.
A little.
Okay.
They were using the bank as their operations. Is that not right?
Excuse me?
They weren't using the bank as their base of operations.
No.
That was the deputies.
To refresh you out of character. the deputy came by, or the marshal came by and said, "This is my building." But as you just learned, he claims to own the entire town.
Okay.
I mean, no, that's a bad idea. And looking at the map, the bank is right next door to the sheriff's office. So yeah, that would have been super convenient for him as well. Well, Senor, thank you for your time and your information. So the cult, they haven't left.
Oh,
How
absolutely,
many?
absolutely not. It changes. Again, they're like the miners. I don't keep count. I'm a
But some of
doctor.
the mine, like, have they had converts here?
I don't know. I guess I don't keep track of the miners.
No,
I don't
that's
keep
all right.
track of the cultists. Somebody comes to me, they say, "Oh no, there was an explosion in the mine. Somebody please help." I try.
No, that's all right. I wondered if you knew. Do you? And again, I understand you don't necessarily keep count, but any idea how many deputies there are?
4 or 5.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Oz.
Oh, it's good.
Osgood, this is it. Sorry. Yeah, and at this point, we've probably helped him get the body to the. Senor, one more question. Did you examine the body of the mayor? The old mayor, the last one?
And that he was very quickly interred in his crypt.
Oh. Where's that?
Believe it or not, he's at the cemetery.
Oh, no, okay. I wondered if it was just not there, but all right, fine.
Before we head off, and thank you, Pirate, for keeping him talking and distracting him for so long, because I think I would quietly, as the conversation had started, had just sort of said to Thunderflash, who was also kind of hanging back a little bit, like, could you just kind of, I want to check this, I want to check this body a little bit myself, but I would prefer it if he wasn't getting in my way or asking too many questions. I would like to examine the body. Do you think you could maybe, I don't know, block his line of sight or
Yeah, I'll do that.
make sure he doesn't pay attention?
The body
around
is
him?
draped over a horse, so the horse would be obscuring about half the body.
I would like to do a check because he said his throat was slit and all the rest of it. It's not that I don't believe that, but I would like to kind of get a general idea of, was it a claw that got his throat? Was it an actual knife? Are there bite marks on him? Are there any signs of other people having messed with the body? Or is this just literally someone had his throat slit and was just left clean in the middle of the street? So that's kind of what I'd like to do with my medical proficiency, is to kind of check over the body and sort of where I can and get an idea of what actually may have killed this guy and what other marks may be on him. If I can.
Well, you at this point you've arrived at the surgery, and he is pretty interested in getting the body off the horse. So you'd have to do something kind of creative to get him distracted.
I was hoping that all these questions that Pirate was asking and like constantly pulling their attention, his attention to them, would allow me to kind of. I'm not going deep cavity searches here. I'd like to kind of just sort of, like sort of check around the neck.
I mean, could you perform this investigation while helping get the body inside, like manhandling the body off the horse and then into the building?
Sure.
Yeah. What information can I glean in? However fair you think that is, Josh. How much information can you glean from this?
I don't think a roll is necessary. You can fairly clearly see that some sort of bite to his neck that finally did him in.
Mm-hmm.
Any other marks on the body? Because that's not because that's a pretty clear
difference between someone having a clean throat slit and having a bite, but the guy sort of implied that this was a minor fight. But that's a bite mark.
It looks like there was some sort of like struggle. There's scratches on his arm, some like cuts. There clearly was a struggle, but
Okay.
The final cause of death would be the enormous bite mark on his neck.
Okay. I mean,
But he once you get to the door, he goes, "All right, that's enough. Thank you."
Yeah, I'm happy to step away.
Okay. Sure. I would have been engaged in conversation with this guy, so yeah, I would not have necessarily noticed that. I say, yeah, thank you, Signor. Have a nice day.
As we step away, I am going to quietly say to Kid specifically, but obviously I'm not trying to hide it from the other two. That was not a minor fight that killed him. That was a bite mark. There were signs of a struggle, and he had his throat torn out. That was not a slice. So either that is the worst doctor we have ever seen. He is tired potentially, or he is otherwise uncaring of the situation. However, no person would mistake that neck injury as a simple minor fight. That was a bite.
Which, given that information, DM, can I look back on the conversation and determine whether or not the guy was full of malarkey when he told me that no such thing as the Walking Dead?
I mean, you could
A
make
retroactive insight.
Oh, Captain Hindsight over here.
Yeah. Like, does it ring true now, knowing that he probably did know, or that there is a? Do I think he was trying to mislead me? I suppose.
Call it an investigation.
Okay.
Would it be fair to say that maybe Chase could also make this check? I definitely don't think I could, because I wasn't really fully paying attention.
Just pirate right now.
Just pirate. Okay, fair.
Like a 2.
You don't get any particular feelings one way or another.
Well, that is interesting. Maybe he doesn't know, but I wonder. My curiosity is going. Does this happen because the guy on the train? Now remind me, the guy we shot on the train who turned into a zombie. He wasn't a zombie when we shot him the first time.
Didn't get a really good look at him when you shot him the first time.
Right.
Chase, you can make an investigation check on that as well if you'd like.
All right. Where's
Since
the
you were there.
Where's the hindsight button?
Yeah, I think Thunderflash could make a check on that as well, potentially, if he wanted to. But I think you and I, Chase, were still in the cars below. I think I was rustling up some drinks, and you were.
No, I mean for the doctor.
Oh, for the doctor.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But
I asked him some questions.
You didn't get a good enough look at the guy that before, because you got up on the train and you shot him. It's really
because the question I'm trying to determine is would the kid have been able to infer that people, like, the process by which one becomes one member of the Walking Dead? Wow, same.
Wow.
Wow,
Those D6s are really not loving us.
Oh, do I get anything for double 2s?
you get a 2-2.
Ooh.
And I'm sure you'll look lovely.
How pretty.
This form.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of. Is the rumor that people who die get back up again?
There isn't really a rumor. It seems somewhat inconsistent.
Right. Because, I wonder if it's like the reason the kid was interested is he's trying to piece together what the hell is happening. Why are people coming back from the dead? Clearly, Daly was put in a mausoleum which tend to be sealed. And he left it of his own volition, which means he became a zombie sometime after death. This body had been bitten by a zombie and hadn't become one.
You don't know if it was a zombie. It could be a love bite.
You
Got a
need
point.
to have different.
That
If
is
you are
my
doing that, then you're doing it
aggressive.
wrong. Okay.
aggressive lover.
You maybe have had some bad experiences, but
Just tell me it's not working out and leave me. Don't tear my throat out.
yeah, I have had a couple of relationships like this, but I would not have called it a love bite. Yeah. This one was bitten by a zombie and did not become one.
That's a good point.
If you're so interested, we could just follow the doctor, see what happens.
Well, we did. We are outside his house.
Up to the sea, we just smash kick the door. And
Yeah.
We're having this conversation at full volume.
Preach.
The doctor has gone inside his house with the corpse.
just lighting like one of the bottles of alcohol. Just throw it through his window.
I would like to press my ear against the door or close to the door of the doctor's. The doctor has gone through probably a minute or two ago now, and see what I can hear.
Notice check.
Great.
It is a difficult notice check, though.
Okay.
I will kick the door in.
Kid's just still there like this, so the door is just
I can't hear it.
open.
Jealousy. Spoiling everything. Oh, an explosion.
Hey, all right.
Followed by a 1.
You're
so
injury
that-
level 1, so that's a success.
It's a 4. Yep.
You hear a soft, pained moaning from inside.
Oh,
Great.
What?
Great.
Would you communicate this information, or are you gonna?
I pull my ear away from the door and go, oh no.
Are there any windows to peer through or anything?
Does look like it.
There are windows, however, the back windows seem to have had something put over them.
Mm-hmm. So can we try and get eyes on what's happening?
I mean, the windows you can actually see in. There's nothing to see. The back windows have something over them.
What did you hear, kid? You just pulled your head away from the door and said,
I heard
"No."
a soft pained moaning.
Oh,
Oh,
they,
I
they
don't
must
like
be doing something
this.
private.
I don't. Mr. Calhoun, this is hard at the time
Again.
or the place.
You have bad experiences. if there is pain,
Or just very unusual ones, but we're not here to kink shame.
like, your taste is yours. Yeah. Perhaps if there is 2 doors. Has he gone in through the back door?
Yes.
Okay. Perhaps one of us can knock on the front door. And then the others, when he opens it, we can take a quick look.
Sure, fine, upstanding gentlemen such as myself had no problem knocking on the front door.
Mr. Thunderflash, you wouldn't have anything in your bag of tricks for a situation like this?
For knocking on the door?
For noticing what goes on behind people's doors without letting said person necessarily know.
Well,
the
that's
eye.
called peeping, Elliot. And we don't do that.
Mr. Calhoun, I would like to remind you that I prevented you from committing grand arson mere hours ago.
They were cultists.
And we are
Elliot.
still not okay with that.
Listen, we need to deal with this situation before it goes out of control.
It's a good idea. We should burn down the doctor's house.
No, that's not. Oh, Lord.
Oh, he might be on to something, Elliot.
I am beginning to figure out what kind of man you are, Mr. Calhoun.
We need some of that blood. Where was the blood
It has
from
been a
before?
long time coming. But in all honesty, we should do something because I mean, if something's happening in there, us discussing it is not. Yeah, like
I have a nasty.
Should we
Josh has a
actually kick the door in?
nasty suspicion.
yeah. but like I'm not sure kicking a door down and waving guns or not even knocking on the door might give him a chance to. So is there anything like John lock? Is the door locked? Can we just open it quickly without him? Has anyone locked the door?
Did we hear him lock it when he closed it behind himself?
Yes, you did hear it.
Okay. Because I'm like, this is a thing in Dungeons & Dragons. You give a door to a party of adventurers, and they will spend 40 minutes trying to figure out how to open it through a weird Machiavellian contraption device. And it's like, it wasn't locked. You could have opened it at any point. But this is definitely locked. Mr. Thunderflash, kid, do you happen to have a skill set that may be able
I actually am exceptionally good at lockpicking, apparently.
I look at Thunderflash and I gesture towards Kid like
I am not.
I am a -2 for it. I am literally the worst person in the party.
Oh, you were joking. Oh no.
No. I nailed it the last time I did it.
Right.
But I am atrocious at it. I am currently a D4 -3 for lockpicking.
Wow.
Well, you've got a blue Benny.
I do have a blue Benny.
So what are you doing?
I mean, I can try, but I want someone to distract the guy first.
Distract him from
your
lockpicking?
Yeah.
You go and knock on the front door. Get him to the front. I said this.
Knocks on the door. Boom, boom,
I will.
No, the front door.
I'm knocking on the door. I'm doing it.
Which
front
door
door,
are you
right?
knocking at?
The front door, right?
The front door, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll go with him. I will go with him and try and engage him in a conversation about stocking up his medical supplies with what I have to offer.
I look at Kid. Is this a private job that you need, or do I stick with you?
I just exploded twice.
Yes.
Now you are the best at lockpicks. What?
I got a 6.
Not
I got a
even
6
Benny.
after my -3.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
I'm totally gonna skill up in this time we level up.
So
that'll bad luck you. Just keep it low.
So Chase, you knock on the door and you hear
I'm banging on the door, buddy. Banging.
you hear some angry footsteps stomp over.
Perfect.
And he swings open the door, and he's wearing an apron now. It's absolutely covered in blood. He goes, "What?
Ah, the good Dr. Osgood. Sorry to bother you again so soon after we...
You've interrupted me in the middle of surgery. This better be fucking important."
Why are you doing surgery on a dead man? Surely that's an autopsy, yeah.
I was collecting skin to transplant onto another patient. Do you need me or not?
Indeed, I may have just the thing you need to ease that transition process, and this is a grafting tonic,
I fucking love that, John. I fucking love that.
A graphic.
There you go. It makes it so much better.
when applied to the surface, which is to be added to it, it stimulates the covalent bonds between the existing tissue and that being added, and
At the back door.
Man, fucking tastic.
I want to roll. I want to roll for it. I've got a D10 in persuasion.
Don't, John, you're doing well.
I know.
Don't. What are you doing?
But I made it. I want to use it.
Roll it. Fine.
Oh no! What's the
geez.
snake eyes?
We had the
Eyes,
success.
no.
It's okay. Even if it goes badly, it still take time.
True.
So here we
It's
are.
gonna be a -2 because he's a licensed doctor.
So that's a 5 on that.
For the D6.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Even with a -2, you said, John?
6? Yeah, still
Use of-
6.
The use of the word covalent bonds.
Yeah, he basically just goes like, "All right, give it to me. I can pay you. I'll pay you later if he survives."
Oh,
I find it I...
yes, it's this other patient.
Meanwhile,
It's,
not far
just-
away.
bear with me. I do not want to give you the wrong thing that would have the entirely opposite effect that you are seeking to desire. Just a moment,
Back
if
door. So you open the door. It's a dark room. He's clearly made it dark. Where he's got like a torch that's lit. That's focusing all the light onto the burnt skin of a miner who is strapped into a some sort of surgery contraption.
Great. Is the miner alive?
For now.
Great. I was like, oh, okay, good. Let's.
Yeah. Like I think Kid goes slightly like back and past, and Elliot kind of looks over, and then I look over to see what the heck's happened.
Where's the other body? What else is in the room? I'm not cages full of zombies. Nothing like that.
It is. There's a corpse next to the miner that seems to have had some skin removed.
Great.
Does this seem like a legit medical? Again, going by my own nature as a doctor, does this seem like a legit sort of surgery?
Make a medicine check.
Oh boy. Well, call my bluff, why don't you? All right. Okay. Now, sorry guys, give me half a second. I think it's a D8, but I just want to double check that. My medicine check is... Sorry, medicine or healing?
Or healing.
Healing. Okay, yeah, that is a D8. Okay. So I roll a D6 and a D8.
The 4's all right.
The 4's okay. Especially because... Yeah, it's just a straight 4.
No.
Wait, Josh. No, that wasn't what I was expecting you to say. Wait, what? it doesn't seem legit.
No,
this is deeply fucked.
In what way?
You would, using current medical technology, like taking a dead man's skin and just grafting it onto another burnt man's skin, completely ridiculous. Would never work.
Unless you have the patented flesh.
We ruined the plan.
The kid turns to the doctor and goes like, "He's what?"
If were you to even try this, like your patient would be much more sedated and much more like stable.
I just turned to Kid and I'm like, "This is the devil's work."
Oh, good. I was hoping it would be zombies.
The patient, as he is probably a minute away from dying.
I'm gonna head over to that patient now. Now that I think that this is a sham of like an operation, and I am going to begin doing any medical healing checks I can to try to stabilize this person.
Okay.
Is that another healing check?
That is another healing check.
I get out my trusty 6-shooter and just cover the door into the room.
Okay.
I don't think I can assist the good doctor, but if the other not so good Osgood doctor comes back in, yes, he will have a weapon pointed at him. Because I'm like, devil's work, and from Elliot, he knows what he's talking about.
Sometimes, Kid. Let's. Yeah. Okay, 7. I got a 7.
All right. So, once you're close, you see that he's had several portions of his skin just cut off.
Oh fuck. Okay.
You couldn't really see it from the door as well, but it's not good. You see that there is some disinfectant nearby, and so you kind of quickly are starting to close up the wounds and making sure that he's not going to bleed out. And but he's not looking so hot.
He
did say he was trying to improve his skills.
This is not the way you go about it.
It is the way some people apparently go about it.
Yeah. Satan's children, maybe. I'm gonna look at this guy because I have not actually taken a moment to actually look at him. Do we recognize this
him?
person? Is this a deputy? Is this...
Spike, you should remember that as a curse for later. Like, Satan's children!
Satan's children!
Yeah.
You recognize him fairly well. It's Mr. Goodman.
Oh, no!
Oh no!
You scumbag.
We gotta get him out of here.
Wait, he didn't have time to go back to the mines. Oh, but there was burning.
We have
You
to get
admit
this
there was
guy.
a fire.
You're not here.
Mr. Calhoun, no! As you say that, and the guy turns around to you, Calhoun was talking to. We gotta get him out, right? Pirate, we gotta get him out.
Is he going? If Elliot says that to the kid would say, "Can you treat him not here?"
I mean, I've done the emergency work. He's not gonna bleed out in a second. Josh, I would like to say that with my medical kit and things that I have on hand, although my supplies are diminishing, I myself would assume that I would be able to patch him up to a moderate degree at least, even if I wasn't in the doctor's surgery right now. Is that a false assumption?
He's not gonna. His skin's looking really bad, but
So this is the place to be to fix him up.
the supplies are here. Yeah.
Elliot, if you're gonna save him, is here a good place to do it? Because the doctor doesn't have to survive this experience.
So back to the front. Okay. I need to get back to my
Delay in
patient.
payment? What? You can't delay pay. You gotta pay up front. I know a thing or two about business.
I'm in the middle of surgery.
Sir, I understand, but this is business.
Now, if this is indeed such a delicate and time-sensitive operation as you suggest, then we do have the premium range, which is available to those who subscribe to my services on a regular basis.
I need to return to my surgery now.
After you get the payment, you can't pay later.
Then I don't need it.
Oh, but sir, you do not understand the...
He's gonna
Promises were made.
He's gonna close the door.
Put foot in the door.
Ooh.
He's gonna walk into a hallway. And try to return to his surgery.
And find a barrel of a gun resting against the side of his head. Senor, you're going to want to be very quiet and watch the next things that come out of your mouth very carefully.
I will go through the door that we were just talking at and follow.
What are you doing in my surgery? I need to return to my patient immediately, or he will die.
Well, he's right here. I was like, that is why my good friend, who is a doctor, is seeing to him, and we know this man, and I know that he did not get burnt in a mine.
You know the guy?
Well, we saw him last. You were with. Yeah, for goodness sake, you're not here.
Kid, yeah.
You're at the window. Jason's at the... We know him, Mr. Calhoun. Will you please come inside and make yourself useful?
What exactly are you doing here? Don't worry, a doctor is seeing to your patient.
Make a notice check.
Good. Probably not.
Oh fuck! That might be a good time for a Benny pirate.
I might smash a Benny on that one.
This is a man who's very proficient around bladed tools. I think you need to notice whatever he's doing right now.
Yeah, let's go with the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
there we go.
Or 5 with another
5.
5. So one way or other, it's a 5. It's a 10.
10.
He has slipped his hand into his apron's pocket.
Very slowly removing both of your hands from your pockets, please. Or I will pull the trigger. I do not need answers.
At which point the barrel of my shotgun pokes into his lower back as well.
God, this is
Getting a
awesome.
little violent, aren't we, boys?
No.
Mr. Calhoun,
Not yet.
please come inside and be useful.
We are on quite the opposite. We are trying to avoid a grisly scene.
Or any further death. This body had its throat torn out by a teeth. Something I cannot believe you did not know. So what is it you are trying to achieve here, Doctor?
I am improving my skills and helping this patient.
What is in your pocket, please, sir?
He
One ring.
slowly starts to pull his hand out of his pocket. And
Please no disembodied hand. Please no severed hand.
we're gonna have to pick up some cards from the 3 people who are in this little engage.
I can't help you guys. I got my hands like elbow deep in some guy's guts right now, so good luck.
Oh, okay.
What has he got in his pockets?
And it appears that he
These
has
are not good cards.
he has pulled a jack.
He got the jack.
I was like, wait, what kind of weapon is that?
It's a card
I
jack.
understand now. Yeah, the card. It was like, what did he pull out? A jack. Oh, that's fine. He just
Yeah,
went-
no.
Okay.
I have a gun.
Yeah.
What was so? I would have described what I was doing as a readied action. Like if anything comes out of his pocket that doesn't look like if he goes for a weapon that he looks like he's ready to use, I pull the trigger.
Sort of ready actions don't really work
Okay.
in the same way. So here's the thing. Kind of him putting his hand in his pocket was kind of your chance to take a step back or
Right. Okay.
about as quick as you can recognize that he's quickly pulling his hand out of his pocket is about as quick as you can pull the trigger. That's why we pull
Very
the
well.
cards.
No, fair enough.
So he quickly pulls his hand out of his jacket pocket or his apron pocket, and out comes a scalpel.
Do I not get a card here?
You're outside unless you.
You're
specify
outside
you're
being
staying inside.
useless.
I don't know why I wouldn't be inside. I put my foot in the
No.
door to keep it from closing.
Okay,
That's true.
that's true. So,
Like
You-
I don't
you-
even know how Jebediah would get in front of me.
You hadn't said that you were
Where the fuck else could I be?
you hadn't said you were putting a gun up. However, that is a fair argument. That what is
I mean,
the
I didn't take my
suit?
gun out, but
What is the suit order then?
Oh.
Because
I
suit
think club
order.
is weaker, right?
Yeah, clubs are the lowest.
Clubs are the lowest, which means you are first,
Yes, sir.
Chase.
hell yeah, man.
However,
Yes.
you should be aware. Pulling out your gun is an action, which means you're gonna have to take a multi-action.
Can I just rapier him?
Pulling out your rapier is an action, which means you need
Oh,
to take
my
a
rapier's always there, right?
Where else would it be?
Where else would it be?
That's if you have a quick draw holster. That
Yeah.
it is
Which I do. But my gun was already drawn.
for you. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if I just punch him? Can I just?
Okay.
You can just punch
That-
him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna
punch him.
punch him. Yeah. That's a
Explode on this
fighting
guy,
check or
Chase.
something?
Explode on him.
It
Go
is a
on.
fighting check.
Oh yeah, let's explode on some dude.
Just
What's
explode
my
on some
fighting?
random dude. Come on, Chase. You can do it.
I think my fighting is good even.
This is
I
parry.
don't... It's what?
No, sorry, I was talking to myself.
Okay. Okay, I have a point in fighting. Is that a D6 plus a D6?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So 2D6 then.
Come on, Chase. You got this. We believe. Oh.
Or
Well, no. Okay.
Four?
Well, this parry might get past that.
What's the number?
4.
Yeah, his parry is higher than that.
Oh, jeez.
Nope.
So that
Benny!
scalpel.
Benny!
Benny.
Yeah, well,
Any Benny?
can't
Red
take him with
Benny.
you.
It's like 10
Red
minutes
Benny.
till the end of the episode.
Red Benny.
It
What's
is
the Red Benny do?
It gives a Benny. You gain a D6, but it gives a Benny to Josh.
All right,
DM
so
Josh.
3d6
unfortunately, not
then?
Pirate Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3d6.
All right, cool. Hey!
That
It's
whoa,
2
2
explosions.
explosion. Holy
Explosions.
crap! Nice.
So a 10.
right.
More than that, isn't it?
Yeah, more than that.
It's
It's
the 6
eight-
and then
18.
an additional 6. Yeah.
Oh, they
18,
both
but-
count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow,
18.
Christmas.
There's no way he's got a parry past. If he's got a parry past 18, we are getting the fuck out of here. Man, I don't give a
This
shit.
is not a doc. This is an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
You go to hit him, and he just,
Yeah. He gives you the people's elbow and you realize this is not the place to be.
You realise the surgery is octagonal. Oh shit!
So you're gonna roll strength. And let's do strength plus a d6.
Strength plus the d6?
Yeah. So what's your strength?
6.
6 plus d6.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Just lay this guy out, Chase. You.
Whoa, it exploded.
That exploded. Yeah, okay. 12. 12 is still very good.
12 would have knocked out a zombie.
I fucking should have used this guy.
You should have just hit zombies rather than try to stab them.
Yeah, you crack him across the back of the head, and he doesn't go down, but he's clearly
What?
Oh,
Clearly
he's
shook.
shaking.
Wow.
Now you have to declare a multi-action at the beginning, don't you, Josh? You can't
You
just take a.
You sure do.
All right.
Though on his turn, he does regain his senses.
Oh, man.
But surely, like a 12 or whatever that end result was, surely that would have
Right?
gotten at least a
I
little
thought
bit
that-
into him. So no, I think it's gone through shaken and hit him a bit. But yeah, the shield's back up. Shit, this guy's like a nemesis?
Dude, right? Like, what?
Well, he is
Uh-oh.
performing like surgery, using zombie skin, maybe.
Advanced
to-
technologies.
Yeah.
So John,
I would like to try and just like the butt of the shotgun just to the back of the head. Try and
right, fighting chip.
Bludgeon this guy.
He's like, aha, crack, smack.
Good work, gentlemen.
The Don standing off to the side with his pistol drawn. It's like, and now you see why you do not mess with the family.
Hey!
Oh, whoa,
Hey!
what the hell, John?
Wow.
And that's a
Whoa.
16.
16, so that's 14 because it's -2.
What's going off on this guy?
It's kind of like an improvised weapon, kinda. Let's see. Give
Some
me
very soothing music.
only the
Go to
last
sleep,
three.
go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Let's do strength plus 2d6
My strength. Okay.
for your.
I actually love the idea Thamia's just come up with. Just pull the trigger while you bring the butt of the gun down and like rocket force it downwards.
Or just shoot him.
One.
I don't know. Not a doctor. Neither is he very soon.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Benny?
5.
B?
You can't bend any damage,
Can't bear any
unfortunately.
damage,
Oh.
no.
I keep
That's-
it every week.
Otherwise, we
We met
would
the
have won
quota
the
chase.
zombie fight a lot faster.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
doesn't seem to do anything.
Good.
Oh man, Shoryuken is more potent than a gun.
Do we get the
Explode
impression
twice
that
and
he's
not do
taking
anything. Nice.
less damage than we would expect from being bludgeoned by the butt of a gun?
Wait, I see.
You're implying he has resistance?
Listen, jokes aside, if he's been performing weird ass experiments, he could have done weird shit to his own body.
That's true. That is true.
Oh.
That explains the bolt
T-virus.
sticking out of his neck.
Yeah, and the sewing marks
Just about to
all
ask.
around the
Just
neck.
about to ask.
Mr. Rattlesnake Kid.
We're across the road from the sheriff's office. I shouldn't pull the trigger.
You should pull the trigger.
I mean, I shouldn't though.
Just do it. Just put
You
your
guys have
Nikes
been more
on.
sensible in trying to like unconscious him. Plus, you know, this isn't how the game works. Like, I could shoot him and he might not die. I'm gonna take a leaf out of Mr. Calhoun's book and clobber him.
Fighting?
You guys are so nice.
Well,
I only did that because I
We
have to
want
prepare an
answers.
action.
Yeah.
Like, I
He
would have stabbed him
survived.
if I could.
Oh, I'm not shooting him because I want him to survive. I'm not shooting him because there's
The torture, I get it.
yeah, we need to
Interrogation,
torture him.
torture.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Okay. So fighting is a D6. Cool. Four.
No, that
geez.
doesn't do it. We know what 4 misses. Do you want to Benny that?
Let's Benny that. Let's red Benny that. Why not?
Yeah. Let's make this exciting.
Hey, there we go.
And so that explosion is a 2. So the whole lot is an 8 because I'm at -1.
Give me a strength plus d6.
Nice.
So I think that's 2d6s.
I'm going to come back through with my arms covered in gore, like, it was tough procedure, but I managed to save him. And there's just going to be this body on the floor with you guys just like beating him with bludgeoning.
We are in the process.
And I'm
We
just
are.
like, all right, here we go again. Well, shit, here we go again.
That's 6.
Okay. It seems to have been enough to put him back into shaken.
Excellent. That'll do. And I say, Senor, put the scalpel down, please.
Jesse?
3 people wail on this guy's head.
If I use my fist again, do I kill him if the damage goes through? Or
No.
does he just get knocked in? Okay.
Knock him out.
All right. I guess I'll just keep wailing and hope, you know. I forgot the roll. You
It
said
was,
strength?
2d6.
2d6.
First of all,
Okay.
because your fighting was 1d6.
There's a 5 hit? Do I need to Benny this?
I would Benny it.
Okay.
Benny.
Okay, well
This
then Benny
guy's,
it
this
is.
guy's really scary.
Got a parry of
I'm-
6, presumably.
Did I get 2 red bennies?
You have a second. Yeah.
Yeah, well I'll red benny that too then. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
That's the
That's an
one.
explosion
There it is.
as well. Okay.
So,
Okay. 8. We know 8 hits.
It's more than 8. That one's a 13, I think.
So you're just
Yeah.
hitting him
Wait,
with your
what?
fists, right?
yeah.
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 Give me strength plus d6.
Okay. So another 2d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernie.
Come on, Chase.
7's good. 7's good. 6 knocked into shaken.
Pixel Harbinger, thank you for the raid. Welcome in.
Oh,
You hit him. You hit him again on the back of the head, and he looks like he's not looking good. He's bleeding. He coughs up some blood as you hit on the back of the head. It's his turn.
What? Oh jeez. This guy's a tank.
He does not recover from shaken.
Hey, okay. Scrag him, lads. Now's the time. I'm not even in this fight, and I'm incredibly invested. Who? Like,
we're in the doorway to your room.
yeah, and
to
I'm
the
just
room.
I'm like, don't
We
worry,
are
Goodman, you can do
10 feet away from you and Goodman.
What the fuck is going on out there?
No, we're in the room with you. Like, I was waiting by the door for him to come back in, and then I pressed the...
Oh, I assumed this was set
He
up
is
like a
there.
doctor's thing, where it's like it's not just a pure open thing. There would be like a room leading to the hallway, which leads to, because like
Yeah,
have a doctor's office that's just open. So I was assuming there was still kind of a wall and a door between the two of us.
There's like the front room, there's a hallway, and there's the theater. And they're having the fight in the hallway.
Oh,
theater.
sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
Josh, did you mean that you went? I thought you meant you went to the front door to wait for him coming back in, but you meant as soon as he came.
I was not leaving you alone.
Oh,
I was
okay.
planning on waiting by the door to the surgery, like in the surgery.
I misunderstood.
I was
then.
gonna ambush him as he re-entered the surgery.
Just
Oh,
another
that's
flash.
Yeah, we are in the hallway to the surgery, basically.
In which case, my comments
So
about
what's this
Stragoblads
doctor
is probably-
doing?
Do
He's
I see?
He's
Standing
unable
there
to
looking
recover
all
from-
stunned.
looking stunned.
Oh, that was his turn?
Yeah.
If you
Oh.
fail to recover from Shaken, then that's just your turn.
Oh, fantastic.
In the surgery, do I see any chlorophyll?
Make a notice check.
Okay.
Would you know what that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Is there assisting in this? I love that idea, and Elliot would absolutely know what chloroform is. Is there any assisting mechanic in this game where I can help?
Yep.
Thunderflash find it.
It's like a +2.
Okay, thank you. So roll. Yeah. Okay, so that's 5.
Oh, okay.
7 or nope, not good on that. Yep, 7.
7.
Yeah. It's clearly in there's a case full of a couple of different liquid medicines, different liquid vials. And you know, Mr. Moore points it out. There's something in that case.
And I
You clearly see.
grab it and just like grab a piece of cloth or something from nearby and just soak it and
And you must remember that the average man, the weight allowance and the such, you need to make sure that it's a precise 60 milligrams. And you're just like.
Make a fighting check.
Okay. How's my fighting? Okay.
Can I use my turn to assist? Like,
Sure.
try and pin this guy between us?
Sure. Why not?
How did
Okay.
that look?
They're bad, so I'm gonna use my blue Benny.
Okay.
So it's the same but with an extra D6. Right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so the D4. No.
Oh,
6.
on.
So
Okay.
5 and then the extra D6.
Hey, we got him.
So that's 16.
16.
Nice.
Minus 2, so 14.
All right. So you put the chloroform over his mouth. He's one wound from going down. So he struggles for a moment, and then the scalpel just drops to the floor, and he blacks out.
Pyro, that was terrifying. Go quietly. into the night.
Close your eyes.
Yeah. It will
Go
be
to sleep,
over
go to sleep,
soon.
go to sleep, go to sleep. I look around for a Bible and smack him around the head with it.
No Bibles in here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that information.
Mr. Calhoun will attest that this man owed me some money. I'm just going to have a quick look around.
May I? Elliot's going to basically say, "Good job, guys. Strap him down onto get that zombie body off. Or
Yeah,
get
we're
that
gonna
body off and
tie him
strap
up.
the other one down. Strap him down to it."
I am not is the body of the zombie? Wow, is the body of
The miner. Sorry, I misspoke.
The
It was
miner.
just the miner.
He has a name, damn it.
No.
We
Goodman,
don't,
I'm
but we don't know
protecting.
what it is.
Okay.
The body.
The miner's body was the one that was also kind of strapped or at another table.
Gotcha.
is he strapped down? Is the corpse strapped down?
No.
Interesting.
I can move this body from the strap table to the other. This body. I can move Goodman from this strap down table. We don't need to strap him down.
Let's not disturb Mr. Goodman. I tie the doctor up on the floor. I'm not overly concerned about his comfort.
Are there chains, handcuffs, or something?
I mean, I have a set on my person at all times. I don't know about you, Mr. Calhoun.
We can free up one of these gurneys, right? The one with the dead guy in it.
Yeah, there's plenty of like leather straps. And
I would like to use those.
Cloth that's cut to the correct length of.
Yeah.
So
zip ties.
Gag him as well.
Yeah.
Not quite zip ties. In this.
That was a joke.
Bandages.
In this era, surgery required that someone be held down. So, the supplies to do that exist.
Okay.
All right, Elliot, do you need any help?
Yes, come over here and put your hand over that wound. I tried patching something up and he started spurting from another place.
Senor Calhoun, you go and help Elliot. I'm going to tie this guy up because I am not a medical.
Wash your hands,
medical
Mr. Calhoun.
training.
Wash your hands.
They look clean enough to me.
I pointedly stare at some of the disinfectant, like.
Mr. Calhoun, I could not help but notice that your hands were a little shaky. For a modest fee, this will ease those out. Just
every single time.
You should help Elliot. I don't do well with blood.
Listen, I don't care who helps me, but someone's got to go put some pressure on that wound.
Well, for a good man, I will.
I tie up the doctor. Wow. I tie up the medical professional.
Well, you tie up the monster.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, Dr. Oz, yeah.
You tie up Dr. Osgood.
I tie Dr. Oz up good.
Hats off to you, sir.
Yeah, well, that
did
remains to be seen.
I did succeed that health check earlier. Was that enough to sort of guarantee that
He's
time he's going to be fine? Okay.
He's stable. He's not looking good, but he is stable.
Is he looking worse than we last saw him?
Yes.
Right? He's got to be. He was walking when last we saw him.
He hadn't caught fire the last time we saw him.
There are clear burn marks.
Does it look
Woodman,
like?
What
does it look
happened?
like? Yeah, does it look like fire or
He's awake,
this,
right?
This big zombie guy.
It looks like. So make me another healing check.
Okay.
You'd be the one that would know the difference.
I tell you what, I'm going to Benny that. I might surprise you. Unfortunately, I'm the one that got triple grace.
Hey, look, a reroll is a reroll.
Yeah, true. Let's try it again. Oh my God.
Oh,
hey.
Well, okay. I guess I'll take that.
Mark?
Perhaps.
Benny that Benny? You know?
No, I got the 4, so that should be a success.
You can tell the difference, but there are parts of him that seem to have been burned by fire, and there's a different section that appears to be some sort of chemical burn.
I did patch Jesse up earlier.
Yeah,
Does it
same
look
style?
the same kind of burn?
The stuff that you did with Jesse was just fire.
Okay, so it doesn't look like the spit that got onto Jesse. It's a different kind of burn to that.
Jesse's burn looked like a normal fire.
Okay, understood. Okay.
Goodman, what happened?
Yeah, he's only here. We're not going to get many answers from him for a little while.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to look around. Are there any like zombie remains samples in
Heads in a jar.
I have my concerns about Mr. Goodman as well, so I'm actually like, don't
Don't.
Oh no, I am not untying him. I am now tying up the corpse.
But what I'd like to do, if there is a zombie comparison that I can make, I'd like to see if the way that the zombie looks, if Goodman is showing any signs of
Zombification.
looking similar.
There's no
There's
comparison.
nothing. Well, then it's unfair for me to do that, because the only time I've seen zombies was in the dark, shooting at them, failing miserably. So,
No.
But you're looking around.
yeah, I guess I am.
The last thing we'll end on. Yeah, you're looking around. You just had to take a look in his desk. It's somewhat close by. You first notice a couple of like notes that seem to get like increasingly insane. Like they start kind of normal. Like he seems like he's a little bit obsessed with skin, but like I'm gonna become a dermatologist kind of way, you know. Just like he's just constantly studying skin. It just gets increasingly crazy over the past couple of weeks. And then you open the next drawer, and it's just like cut samples of different kinds of skin.
Well, was it a, sorry, this is a weird way to phrase it, but was it a natural progression of crazy, or was there mention of something? He was normal on one page, and then he's like, I found something at Coffin Rock, and then the next one is like, the skin is so beautiful, I must manufacture God.
He has not gotten to that point.
Okay.
So the book is bound in leather, right?
Oh no!
It is
Supple leather.
It is a
jeez.
normal notebook.
Vellum.
With a single human eye.
Does it read Necronomicon?
Oh, the eye isn't human.
It details a lot of the things that he actually told you as you were coming in, like different patients, different. He's always specifically commenting on their like skin condition, like mine are working with mines for a long time. Skin is coarse. Skin is coarse and worn. You know.
So a natural degradation to crazy. As far as
it does seem like it picked up like 2 weeks ago.
I point this out to the team, and then I just kind of toss it to probably Thunderflash, and just be like, "Can you make anything out of that?" And then I'm going to go back to just kind of checking on Goodman, staying away from his mouth and windows. I'm staying away from windows too.
Well, the windows are blacked out.
I don't care. I'm staying away from the windows. I didn't have much luck with the windows last time.
I'm not a surgeon, Elliot. Which part of him are the windows?
The eyes, Mr. Thunderbolt.
Well, gentlemen, we're a little bit over on time, so let's leave it there. Thank you for joining us today with Deadlands Coffin Rock. With our little excursion to the surgery theater. Not where I expected to end up today.
Really glad we opened that door. Like,
yeah.
Not what I expected, but I'm glad we opened it.
Indeed.
I'll tell you what I wasn't expecting was that. No,
doctor.
it's not normal. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're just gonna walk away. So thank you very much for joining us. This has been Deadlands Coffin Rock. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead, hand it back over to John.
Thank you very much, and yes, thank you again for a fantastic session, for everyone for joining us here and for playing with us as well. It was good stuff. Yes, good to have everyone in chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and enjoying this game. And we will be back in a couple of weeks to continue to see what is going on in Coffin Rock, and cannot wait to do so. Do stick around as we're going to raid on into our fantastic friends from our stream team, Kyle's Play Nerd allies. Kyle does so much work with the stream team, like organizing all the raids into the raid chains and coordinating everyone, and just doing so much work over there. So do stick around. They just did some work with Buns, our player from Out of the Abyss, creating a fantastic DM's Guild product based on a mixture of South African and Maori mythology. Cannot wait to check check that out. Yeah, thank you, Spirit Color Guy. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for the follow. I'll give you a Discord invite in your Twitch Whispers after we go offline there. So keep an eye out for that and jump on in there and share your projects and things. Thank you for the raid, which I believe you came in with from the where was that? It was Pixel Harbinger raiding in there, having been playing some Monster Hunter and chatting about D&D. They decided to come on over, so thank you so much for raiding in there, folks. It was a pleasure to have you, and we hope to see you again very, very soon. We are going to be playing our Candlekeep Mysteries game tomorrow, and then Sunday evening or Monday morning, depending where you are in the world, we have our very special session where I will be with GM Josh again, because it is our next session of One Shot Roulette, when the fantastic people from Superior Adventurers Guild will be joining us as our special guests. Their random characters have been rolled up. Mr. Elliot Moore helped me do that, and there's some very, very interesting combinations, and we will see what the dice have in store for us as we randomly generate the location and plots at the start of the session and dive right in. So please join us for that Sunday evening, 9 p.m. EDT, if you are able, and it's going to be a really good time. Then we will be into our regular schedule of Rime of the Frost Maiden, Out of the Abyss, Barovia and Beyond, and after 2 weeks off, returning to Wild Beyond the Witchlight next time. No worries, Mac. Good to see you, as always. Rattlesnake Kid, what have you got going on?
I will be on Roll for Damage on Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. my time, or 5 p.m. Japan time, doing Sagas of Skringard, playing Silver Connor's Daughter, which is an NPC from my Humblewood game that I brought over to play in Doom Donkey's Viking setting, which is rather exciting. We're going raiding, which is rather fun, with Rachel Fuka and Jackamus. Then I'll be playing Total Warhammer on Corsair's Cove on Tuesday night, and we are going to be starting up very soon playing. Humblewood is going to be coming back to Corsair's Cove in the next couple of weeks. On Thursday evenings, Monsters and Magic will be starting back up, and we'll be finding out what happened to Javier.
Nice. Yes, there are the links for Corsair's Cove over there. Do give them a follow and enjoy all of that fantastic stuff. Right, okay, that is all for this evening. Do stick around as we raid into Play Nerd Allies. Get yourself some of those Dream Pie channel points, and you can help out with the games in any way that you see fit. And we look forward to seeing you all again very soon. But that is all for tonight. So thank you, everybody. And stick around for that raid if you've got to let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we like to say around these parts, all you see me to say. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks so much, everyone. All you see me.